Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you are watching this video from. One love. Um, Yesterday game, Ghana versus Nicaragua. Today I watched the highlight all and I observed a lot of things. And there are some players in there that we cannot rely on them that I'm going to talk about. And the main reason why our strikers are not getting goals, what actually causing that problem that I observed, that is number 2. And the number 3, there are some players, if we really want to do well at the World Cup, some of the leaders should take their pride out. This shouldn't be individual. They should put Ghana first. And no matter what problem they have with some players, they should take their pride out and talk to these players and bring them back to the Black Stars if we really want to do well. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you all these details here on Awini Unity platform. Yesterday game, when I watched the highlight today and I noticed some certain things, the players that we cannot rely on. Number 1, we cannot rely on Idrisu Baba. He's a great player, but we cannot rely on him. Number 2, player that we cannot rely on, Gideon Mensah, we cannot rely on him. Number 3, Baba Rahman, we cannot rely on him. Number 4, Ali Dusedu, we cannot rely on him. And yesterday game, the only player that really impressed me, that is my opinion, that is what I observed watching the highlights today, is Daniel Kofichere. That is the only player that impressed me. And coming back to the reason why we are not getting goals, the strikers are not scoring goals, because we do not really have a good midfielders that can hold the ball like a 3 minutes or 5 minutes, knowing where they are giving the pass. So when you do not really have a good midfielders, the midfielders are the engine. So if you do not really have a strong midfielders that can able to let the ball flow to the strikers will find it difficult to get goals. In those days, like Drogba become Drogba, Chelsea was having a very good midfielders that doing all the work for Drogba. Someone like McLean, someone like Ballack, and a lot of them. So Drogba no need to work and come back and get the ball, if you notice that. And those days that Samoa Jan was scoring goals, we was having someone like a McLean in the midfield, and the main pillar, Anthony Annan, doing all the dirty work with Stephen Appiah, Lai Kingston is here, and all that. They work and give us Samoa Jan to get the goals like Drogba those days. So Idrisu Baba is not the kind of a strong player that can do that kind of job. Even Daniel Kofichere doing well, but is not that kind of a very strong midfield player, can able to hold ball. Like, look at our players. They cannot, one player cannot hold ball like maybe more than 2 minutes. So if you notice yesterday, Nyaka William struggled to get the ball because there is no strong midfield to give him ball yesterday. And this is something that's going to cause us a lot of problem. What I'm going to finish here, we should try to talk to Jesus Schlupp and bring the guy back. We should call Ashimeru, Magid Ashimeru and Anderlet. We should bring this guy on board. We should call Joseph Paintsil back to Black Stars. So if we really want to do well at the World Cup, we should put up this first 11 against Portugal. If we will get this first 11 against Portugal, trust me, Portugal to win Ghana, it will be very difficult. Number 1, that is my personal opinion. Let's respect each other's opinion. Number 1, Jojo Wallacott on post. Then the left back, we should give it to Jesus Schlupp. Jesus Schlupp can play the left back 100%. And the right back, we should give it to Tarek Lamptey. And the the center back, we should put Mohamed Salisu alongside Alexander Juku. Then Daniel Amate and Stefan Ambrosos should be backup. Then the midfielders, the left wing, we should give it to Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen Sulemana is a great player, but when things are not good in Black Stars, all these players, you cannot see them, but they are good players. Kamaldeen Sulemana should be on the left, and the right should be Joseph Paintsil, and the midfield, the center should be Mohamed Kudus alongside Thomas Partey, as you can see on your screen. And the front, we should have Andre Ayew alongside Iñaki Williams. Then second half, we introduce a player like maybe Anthony Semenyo or Jordan Ayew, or if this guy able to make it, Ramford Yeboah. Why I'm certain Andre Ayew on that? Andre Ayew, sometime when we are going to a match, we need a player that can talk, a player that can command, a player that have that confidence, a player that have that desire, want to win. That is the problem a lot of people have with Jojo Wallacott, because he doesn't command. And Thomas Partey is a good leader, but when it comes to talking, it's a problem for him. So we need player like Andre Ayew as a leader, as a captain, to lead the team. Then second half, we can take him out. That is my main reason why we should get Andre Ayew alongside Iñaki Williams. So guys, if Ghana will really want to do well, we need to go with these players. I could be wrong here. Not everyone will agree with me, and it is normal. But if we really want to do well, we will need to go with these players, so that Gideon Mensah or Baba Rahman will be backup for Jesus Schlupp. Daniel Amate will be backup for Mohamed Salisu, and Stefan Nimbrofo, or also Stefan Dina Ayakawa, Dina escaping me. Stefan Ambrosos should be backup for Alexander Juku. Then Denis Odoi will be backup to Tarek Lamptey. Then Fatau Isahaku will be backup for Joseph Paintsil. Then Ashimeru will be backup for Thomas Partey, and Eliza Owusu or Daniel Kofi will be backup for Mohamed Kudus. And who else? Ousmane Boukari will be backup for Kamaldeen Sulemana, and Anthony Semenyo will be backup for Iñaki Williams, and Jordan Ayew will be backup for Andre Ayew. If you really want to go do well at the World Cup, these are the players, my personal opinion, we should get on the World Cup. One love.